forensics examination of Dominion voting systems machine in Ware County, Georgia, reportedly finds votes for President Trump were switched to votes for Joe Biden. That's according to Georgia GOP Congressman Jody Hice, who expressed outrage over the matter on Twitter. One lawmaker familiar with the examination said after an equal number of Trump and Biden votes were forensically analyzed, the machines reportedly 87% for Trump, 113% for Biden, when it should be 100% for everyone, for both of them. This means the machine's tabulator gave Biden a 26% lead. ICE called on states officials to examine all Dominion voting machines for fraud. In the meantime, One America's Chanel Rion tracked down the source of this report to sort out fact from fiction. Take a look.
While social media and citizen journalists have democratized the landscape of news media, one downfall is when a story spreads in viral fashion. Key details can get distorted. That is exactly what happened in Georgia. A story spread claiming that in Ware County, Georgia, a forensics team proved a Dominion machine had flipped ballots from Trump to Biden in the thousands. OAN tracked down the source of this finding, a voter integrity group called Voter GA. Garland Favorito of Voter GA says, while votes were indeed flipped from Trump to Biden, key details of the story have been distorted.
First of all, I want to thank you, Chanel, and OAN for investigating this and finding out what is right and what's wrong. So I really, really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about that. So what's right is that 37 votes do appear to have been flipped by the Dominion Democracy Suite 5.5 in Ware County. We know that from the results that the elections division at the county gave us between the hand count audit and the original election results that were created by the Dominion machine. What's wrong, though, is that the speculation that someone had to get a machine and run all kinds of forensics on it to determine that never happened. That wasn't necessary. However, that should be done now that we know that the flipping of the votes did occur. We need to find out why.
Favorito says, while several possibilities exist, a prime suspect is malware designed to switch the votes. Voter GA confirmed with the Ware County election director, indeed, 37 votes had been electronically switched for unknown reasons, a mistake discovered during the hand recount. Oddly, the 37-vote mistake represented 0.26% of the county totals, exactly Biden's total statewide margin of 0.26%. Favorito has submitted a sworn affidavit with these findings.
There's a grave concern now that we've seen this type of what apparent is a flip in Georgia, and it does, as you said, it exactly aligns very, very well with the Michigan vote flip up there, and then that raises a lot of questions about Maricopa County in Arizona, which is also running these Dominion Democracy Suite 5.5 systems, and maybe some other counties around the battleground states as well. So it basically calls for really hand counts in all of these counties and all these states where these machines are being used.
To this point, Antrim County, Michigan merits a forensics investigation. 6,000 votes had been affected, digitally switching votes from Trump to Biden. Favorito says Antrim County's situation was portrayed as a configuration mismatch.
It certainly is possible, but the fact that you could make that kind of a claim and never do forensics to back it up is just unacceptable when you're considering that the entire presidential election may hang on a given voting system.
Favorito's affidavit and testimony were scrapped in the Georgia State House Thursday. Favorito says because he had damning testimony against Georgia's Secretary of State and how he conducted the hand recount.
When we did the full hand count, we were very excited about it because we knew that it would be able to determine whether the Dominion voting systems were counting correctly. What we did not know was that the secretary was going to force the counties to put the results in his system and then tell the counties what their results are. And instead of the counties reporting in bottom up, the way all elections are reported from precinct to county to state. It didn't happen that way. And in addition to that, the data entry points at the counties were not monitored, so we had no idea what they were actually entering. I've never heard of top-down election reporting in the history of Georgia, the history of America, or even worldwide. Elections are always reported from the bottom up, precincts to counties to the state. It's a completely an abnormality of unprecedented nature.
The Georgia State House is expected to hold another hearing, this time in the House, to take a closer look at these election irregularities. The question is, will they be able to muster the strength to force their leadership to hold a special session and do something about it? Chanel Rion, One American News, the White House.